നമസ്കാരം. ലേഡീസ് അവറിന്റെ ഒരു പുത്തൻ എപ്പിസോഡിലേക്ക് എല്ലാ മാന്യ പ്രേക്ഷകർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. ഇന്നത്തെ ദിവസത്തിന് ഒരു പ്രത്യേകത ഉണ്ട് അനുശ്രീ, എന്താണെന്നറിയോ?
എന്താണ്
ഇന്നാണ് ഗുരുവായൂർ ആറാട്ട്.
അപ്പൊ നമുക്ക് സംസാരിക്കാൻ
ഗുരുവായൂർ ആറാട്ടിനെ കുറിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കാം.
തീർച്ചയായും.
ഗുരുവായൂർ ആറാട്ടിനെ കുറിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കുമ്പോൾ ആദ്യം തന്നെ ഗുരുവായൂർ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ക്ഷേത്രം വളരെ നമ്മുടെ കേരളത്തിന്റെ സാംസ്കാരിക തനിമ നിലനിൽക്കുന്ന ക്ഷേത്രങ്ങളിൽ ഒന്നാണ്. അത് സാംസ്കാരിക തലസ്ഥാനമായ തൃശ്ശൂർ ജില്ലയിൽ തന്നെയാണ് സ്ഥിതി ചെയ്യുന്നത്. എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാവുന്ന കാര്യം
തന്നെയാണ്. ഗുരുവായൂരിനെ ഭൂലോക വൈകുണ്ഠം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, അതായത് വൈകുണ്ഠം, ഭൂമിയിലുള്ള വൈകുണ്ഠം എന്ന രീതിയിലാണ് പറയപ്പെടുന്നത്. മാത്രമല്ല എന്താണ്, ദ്വാരക നോർത്ത് ഇന്ത്യയിലുണ്ടെങ്കിലും സൗത്ത് ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ദ്വാരക എന്നും,
സൗത്ത് ഇന്ത്യയുടെ ദ്വാരകയാണ് ഗുരുവായൂർ ക്ഷേത്രം
എന്നും വിശേഷിക്കപ്പെടാറുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ഗുരുവായൂരിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറയുമ്പോൾ ശരിക്കും ഗുരുവായൂരിൽ ഒരു ദിവസം അന്നദാനം എത്ര പേര് കഴിക്കുന്നറിയോ?
ഗുരുവായൂർ ക്ഷേത്രത്തിൽ
ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് 1000 പേര് എല്ലാ ദിവസവും അന്നദാനത്തിന് ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് ഗുരുവായൂരിന് കൊടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്.
അപ്പൊ ഏതായാലും ഒരു പരിധി വരെ ഈ വിശപ്പിനെ മാറ്റാനും ഒരുപാട് ആൾക്കാർക്ക് ഭക്ഷണം കൊടുക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു വലിയ പുണ്യ പ്രവൃത്തിയും കൂടെ ആ ക്ഷേത്രം ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ ഏതായാലും നമ്മൾ ക്ഷേത്രത്തെ കുറിച്ചും ഗുരുവായൂർ ആറാട്ടിനെ കുറിച്ചും ഒക്കെ സംസാരിക്കാം. അതിനു മുൻപ് നമുക്കൊരു സെഗ്മെന്റിലേക്ക് കടക്കാം. സ്മാർട്ട് ലേഡി. സ്മാർട്ട് ലേഡിയിലൂടെ വിവിധ മേഖലകളിൽ കഴിവ് തെളിയിച്ച സ്ത്രീരത്നങ്ങളെ പരിചയപ്പെടുത്തുന്നു. കണ്ടിട്ട് തിരിച്ചു വരാം.
Namaskaram. Hi, I'm Amee Ambrish Sampat. I run an activity center for kids called Sporty Beans. The idea of Sporty Beans is to train small children as young as 2.5 to up to 8 years in sports. When we say sports, we basically introduce them to 9 different sports. The sports that we cover are football, basketball, hockey, cricket, tennis, rugby and golf. Our idea is to introduce children to everything so that they know where their strengths and their interests lie. When I had my older kid, I couldn't find any part-time opportunities and couldn't figure out what to do, since I couldn't give full concentration to my work. And on one of my holidays when I went home to Bombay, I went to this center in Bombay where Sporty Beans activities were being conducted, and my daughter wanted to go there again and again. So that's when I spoke to the authorities there, and I decided that why not get this concept to Cochin, since there are not too many opportunities for small kids, and decided to bring that concept to Cochin in a safe environment where small children get some kind of exposure and have area of development for them. Then started the challenge of looking for a place here in Cochin. We couldn't have it in the open because of course it rains for over 4-5 months in Kochi, and plus it had to be an environment where even if children fall, they're not bruised too badly, because with the younger the kids, one fall can turn them off from sports or any kind of physical activity for a lifetime. So we started off with a place at Panangpalli Nagar. It was a closed hall of 1,200 square feet, and we have batches for various age groups. We start from 2.5 to 4 is one age group. We call them the junior beans. 4 to 6 is mighty beans, and 6 to 8 is the mega beans. So batches we took a maximum of 12 to 16 kids, and we had 4 coaches. The coach student ratio that we follow is 1:4, and that's how we started. This was around 3.5 years back. Slowly a lot of parents started recommending us to schools. That's how we entered the first school. We entered Choice, and we are basically an outsourced physical training program for them now. So we conduct the classes for KG, LKG and UKG, and also the play school students. These activities are introduced. We suggest that these activities be introduced earlier in life, before the child gets lazy. If most places here give you the option of physical activities when the child is 6 or 7 plus, wherein the child has already learned how to be lazy or already is a slave to these electronic babysitters that we call, the phones or iPhones or iPads or the television. So in order to make the child physically active before that, we suggest that children come to something like this, where they can mingle with other kids. This session is a fun-filled session. We make sure that the coaches are not very strict with the kids. It's a 1 hour session wherein we start with 15 minutes of warm-up exercises. Then we go on to agility exercises, which includes hopping, jumping, skipping, which is changed on a daily basis. That's basically to improve their gross motor skills and their concentration. Then we introduce 2 sports per day. So we start with as basic as bouncing the ball. So you would ask me that how can a 3-year-old bounce a ball? But that's how basic we start with. We start with just drop catch the ball, and that's when a sense of achievement sets into the child, and the child wants to come in the next day. We start with simple basics like that, and then there is a cool down. Once the child has been with us for, let's say, a term, we then start on to going on to competitive games, so that in a friendly manner competition is introduced to the child. We form groups and kind of have relay matches so that they understand the importance of team spirit, and that a match cannot be won by an individual, it has to be a group game. So slowly we try and introduce that concept. Also another concept that we try and do is we make the child wait for their turn. So though we have more than enough equipment to cater to all the children, but today's need of the day is that children have lost the patience, or they don't know how to wait for their turn, because each family either has 1 or 2 kids. So waiting, we found that part the most difficult. When we try and make a child wait for their turn, they kind of complain that they're bored. But I think that is the requirement of today's day and age. So that again is a challenge, because we also have parents questioning us that why is my child being made to wait. But we think that's important, and slowly and steadily the child does learn to wait. While they are waiting, they end up cheering for their friends, which again boosts the other children of the batch. So which again plays a very important role, that in team spirit. As of now, we run our activities in the evening between 4 to 6 at RSC at the Regional Sports Club, where again children come age wise, and also in the mornings we operate from the choice schools. We basically in Cochin cover 4 schools, the choice Fort Kochi, Edapalli, Girinagar and Tripunthara. We also cater to choice Calicut and the new choice at Tiruvalla. Overall, under our umbrella we have around 560 kids, and as an individual center we have had more than 300 children that we have had the pleasure of associating with. There was a time when parents had difficulty in getting their children back into the house, which was, I guess, which ended with our generation. Today it's very difficult for parents to send their child out of the house and do some kind of physical activity. So I suggest let's go back and make playing fun in a stress-free environment, and with more people. Unfortunately, due to nuclear families, children don't have too many people to interact with. So if they interact with their same age, a lot of sharing and caring is learnt in a fun way. So let's try and send our children a little out and not let them be with the digital babysitters of today.